Deploy metadata will move any number of metadata assets from the source to the destination. This first screen shows information about the source and the destination snapshot. We can see that the destination snapshot has had setup audit trail activity after the snapshot was taken, so it's out of date. If that's a problem, you can refresh it here. You can also check out the deployment history for either the source or the destination. The basic idea of deployment is to build up a create and a delete job list over here at right. You do that by selecting metadata types at left, and when you find a type that you want, you can select it and move it into the destination. You can move any number of, for example, custom objects, and this button here will also add the related objects to the given object. You can select any of the different metadata types that you're interested in, for example, custom tabs, and move those over to the destination. In this center list, if you see an object in red, that means it's different on the source and the destination. If you see it in gray, that means it's the same, and if you see it in green, that means it's missing. So one of the things you can do is slide down the difference panel and look at all of the differences in custom fields or whatever the metadata type is on the source versus the destination. In Cascade, you should always check a right click if you want to do more. So for example, I can right click over here and add all of the permissions for my profile. That adds all of the profiles for tab visibility and for this custom object. In the center column, you can right click and bring up an asset filter. This will control what appears in the center column by date or by user or many other criteria. All right, that's a quick overview of building up the create job list. These are all metadata assets from the source. If you go to the delete tab, you can build up a job list with metadata assets on the destination that can be deleted. When you go to deploy metadata, you'll see your create and your delete job list, and this menu right here will help you manage job lists. You can select them from previous deployments, import them and export them as package XML files, and many other options. Here in the center, there's many powerful deployment options. This controls what type of deployment you're going to make. In this case, we're going to a production org, so we can't change everything possible, but we can roll back changes if there's an error. And we can ignore warnings, we can test code quality, we can run code coverage reports, we can apply data transforms, remove bad references. We'll automatically remove any references in profiles, permission sets, page layouts, and objects that are missing from the destination. Revoke sparse permissions will fix the problem where missing permissions in profiles are not correctly revoked on the destination. And a couple other options here. You can have a job name, search tags, and deploy comments and commit message down here. All right, in order to actually move the metadata from the source to the destination, click the Deploy Metadata tab. And we see a couple of errors were reported. You can read out what the errors are here and go back to the Create Assets and hopefully change those errors or make whatever differences you need to make. And there, my deployment worked. So very, very powerful interface for moving metadata from the source to the destination.